The enemy is within the gates. It is with our own luxury, our own folly, our own criminality that we have to contend. Marcus Tullius Cicero. In recent weeks, efforts to counter Marxist-inspired ideologies in American institutions have notched some wins. Efforts from Donald Trump himself, to Pete Hegseth's efforts, to the efforts of the Office of Personnel Management, to the efforts of the Secretary of Education in dismantling DEI programs, we have gained traction and spurred legislative moves to curb divisive curricula and training. The removal of ideological figureheads from key organizations marks progress. These victories matter, but they're just the opening salvo in a grueling fight to uproot decades of entrenched beliefs. Policy wins alone won't cut it. This isn't like toppling a dictator or dismantling a single-party state. Too many miss the point. It's not just about firing the ringleaders. Even if we had a list, taking them out wouldn't unravel the deeper trend. We're up against a decentralized totalitarianism, not a centralized cabal, but a mindset woven into the fabric of society. People perpetuate it through their convictions, actions, and social pressure. Recapturing institutions helps, but if the individuals driving these ideas persist, any triumph is fleeting without a seismic shift in how these people think. The real enemy, a self-sustaining ideology. Orwellian totalitarianism isn't just about state power, it's about ideology sinking into people's bones. Here, it's fueled by education, media, and narratives that have gripped a chunk of the population. They self-censor, enforce conformity, and punish dissent, not under a tyrant's boot but through cultural momentum. The system doesn't need a dictator, it runs on autopilot. Reversing this demands more than opposition. It requires a deliberate cultural and intellectual offensive. We must reshape how people reason, speak, and see the world. Toppling harmful ideologies in schools and universities is a start. Those are tangible targets we can dismantle and rebuild. But the tougher fight is in the minds of our fellow citizens who need reasoning, not just orders, to break free. Nietzsche saw political movements as a pendulum, swinging between extremes in reaction to what came before, as he mused in Beyond Good and Evil. Today's challenge is keeping that swing in check. Push too hard and we risk a backlash that fractures us further. Civil wars erupt when the pieces can't fit back together. If we want America to emerge whole, we must reach those ensnared by these beliefs, not just erase the programming, but replace it with education that prizes truth and independent thought. We need pro-American initiatives, yes, but also a relentless dismantling of falsehoods until the facts are undeniable. The battleground, culture, and minds. Media's ideological stranglehold has locked down cultural narratives. We counter it with a robust alternative. Films, books, music, and digital content that weave a gripping, honest vision of reality. Backing creators who can pull this off is non-negotiable. Decentralized totalitarianism feeds on isolation. Strong communities, churches, civic groups, grassroots networks build resilience against it. They're not just shields. They're lifelines that ground people in something real. The psychological roots of this ideology are thornier. Fear, belonging, and moral hunger draw people in. We can't just debunk their worldview. We must offer a better one, meaning and security without the authoritarian stench. That's the emotional hook to match the intellectual one.